Hello. Long time no talk. I can't see you, you can't see me, but you can hear me. I can't hear you. But what up, everybody? It's been a minute. Got a little busy there. Um, okay, so, I had some messages coming through, and I'm kind of starting to get the vibe for another video on the missing persons as well. And I don't know if somebody's having this thought of a guided meditation. That's possible in the future as well. I won't rule anything out, because you never know. I kind of pop a lot out sometimes. Okay, but for now, we're going to just kind of dive into what's going on with the shift, with the collective. So they want me to start with yesterday. Yesterday, I was getting some visuals all of a sudden, and I kind of saw myself coming on and talking about Lake Titicaca and how I built a pyramid there, right? In one of my workshops, energetically speaking, right? And the way I saw it at first was like this little baby pyramid. It was all white. It was cute, like a little baby. It was just so cute. And it was at Lake Titicaca when I did all that work. Oh, and they're telling me what I'm telling you now is going to tie into the videos I'm going to want you to watch. So take note of that as well. But so that's what happened yesterday. I started visualizing the pyramid at Lake Titicaca, and the things that I had done with the earth and the works. This was done in a workshop, right? There were witnesses to this crazy stuff. But quite relevant apparently for now, because that's what was coming up starting yesterday. Forgive me, there's a lot of releasing going on too. So what Spirit's also telling me is you're going to be getting smacked with some stuff to let go or some stuff to do, right? As discussed previously. Me too, by the way. For sure. For sure, right? Just stuff's coming up for sure. And they're saying, it's like now there's no choice but to deal with them, right? Now we're getting to the point where there's no choice but to deal with them. And they're like, how sick do you want to get? Like how much do you want to take it out on your physical vessel by not listening to the energetic vessel, right? Because they go hand in hand. So if we don't listen to our energetic vessel, we mess up the physical, okay? It throws everything off. And that's also what that 222 represents a lot, is that we're not in balance internally and externally. It's like an imbalance within our energetic self and our physical self. So it's almost like, this is cool, I didn't expect this part of the message. It's almost like a denial, of an aspect. Excuse me, releasing there too. That's really cool. Of our own self, our inner self, or a truth, or something that we're just not listening to. And it's not easy, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie. They're wanting me to be honest. I don't like it, but they want me to be. I deal with, from my past, self-sabotaging behaviors, right? Because why not? Because nothing else worked out, right? And so I think at some point we become conditioned to that notion, and we develop these self-sabotaging behaviors. Or we let others people's words, is also what they're telling me that I must have done, right? Like, when I don't know how many people have experienced in the past somebody repetitionally telling them they're worthless, right? Like, what does that do to your psyche? You become to where that becomes your reality, right? And so all of these things are surfacing. All of these things are surfacing for everybody individually and the collective. It's about creating the balance. So that brings me to the other video that I'm going to be posting that I want you guys to watch again on Prometheus. So that was part of today's message, and that ties into what I just spoke about there. So mark that ties into the Prometheus video somehow. I don't know how. They want you guys watching that one again, because the first video I was recommending deals with the earth and the movement within the earth and why it's happening. And I really like what this guy said in it. I really, really do. It reiterates everything I've said to you. And this goes back to the significance of Lake Titicaca yesterday. And so, you know, there's separate parts of my message that are kind of relating to other parts of these videos that I'm going to post beneath this one. Because I didn't want to do another one where I was just playing these videos for you guys. I want to give you messages too. So please watch those videos that are in relative. I'm posting them below this one as soon as it uploads. Alright. One was by Dutch Sense on the movements. You know, he's the weather guy. And then the other one was the one I did on Prometheus so far. Okay. And then again, they're nudging about the missing person, so there will be another video of that. There's a couple of them standing out. I don't know what it is. It's like so many lately, and so this is tying into the next message. This is all about, you know, good tie-ins day. So there's a lot of darkness unfolding, and this is really overwhelmingly heavy, and that goes into the next part of the message, which is a lot of physical symptoms. Okay, but there's some shit just unfolding, right? Like, it's true. It's like that last stitch effort. It's the last stitch. Do you remember me telling you guys that you're going to wake up, some of you, and not know the person you're next to anymore, or just weird things are going to happen, right? To just kind of be inward, watch your neighbors type stuff, right? Like, it's true. And so it just seems to be like every other day there's another missing kid's case, another missing person. It's like continual, way more than, you know, usual. It's like holy majoli, but it's not even just that. You know, it's like everywhere and weird stuff. And I feel like it goes into what I saw yesterday as well. And that's what Spirit's showing me as well. So yesterday I also saw the portal at the Sphinx, right? The Sphinx statue or whatever it was that I went in and opened the portal of time in one of my workshops. But what I saw was things actually getting sucked through. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I started seeing and hearing "wah" and like souls going "phew," starting to be pulled through the portal. And I feel like that's why I hesitated giving the message yesterday. I'm like, you really want me to talk about this, you know? Like, but yeah, it's just what it is, right? It's the shift occurring. It's the movement without and within. And everybody is being asked to let go of what can't go with, right? Oh, okay, and then this goes into the physical symptoms. So they're also talking about that. So you're going to have all kinds of physical symptoms. If your forehead is tingling, take note. All right, mine has been tingling like crazy. There's significance to that. There's a reason, there's significance to that by far. So if your forehead is tingling, absolutely relevant, absolutely great, and beautiful. And honestly, when it happens, I just kind of, I have this feeling about me of, yay, you know, like, cool, thank you, you know, right? And that one's what that is. It's just like ascending. It's like those light codes they talk about. It's those energies, because there's major energy movements, okay? Major energy movements at play right now. That's the best way I can describe it, and that goes back to the Prometheus video and the Dutch Sense video, tying it all together, and what do you get, right? The whole picture. You got all the puzzle pieces. And so it's kind of quite cool, but the physical symptoms are huge. So I've been definitely having some feelings in my chest again, and in my heart space, and there's some stressful things happening, but I don't know if it's related to my heart stuff or if this is just like movements, because the earth is literally moving. Look at what they're reporting. At least they're being truthful of some of that. You cannot deny that fact. I've been talking about what I was doing with it for a year, but now it's to the point where we can't deny it. Even those who tried hard not to see it are going to have no choice but to see it, and that's what Spirit's telling me also. It's like a big switch, boop, is happening right now. And in a way that it was like like 5 here, 5 there before it all goes poof. And so it's already occurring, but it's about to be like really massive. And so I know this message is a little everywhere. They kind of take over. Sorry, apparently I was behind. But not really, because it all came through now, right? It's just time. And so, you know, I'm having to let go. We've got to surrender. We've got to surrender something. We're all being asked to surrender something, and the main thing is to our own truth, okay? What is your truth within, right? Like, what is your truth, and why are you so afraid of it? That's what Spirit wants to know. Why are we so afraid of our truest truth? It's time to let that go. Fear, ego. Ego is big one. So it is the ego switch. That's what, like an ego switch. Whoop. A big one, but there's more to it than that. I feel like that's like a easy way to describe it. Excuse me. All right, are we ready? Oh, we got 3 surrender cards, y'all. There's like 3 surrenderings up in here that need to be mentioned. Okay, and this is for everybody. Nope, I gotta scroll. Ooh, 4. All right. I was gonna put one back, and they said nah, nada tostada. All right, y'all ready? Okay, well, she hasn't it. Okay, surrender procrastination. Taking action is where the success is. Okay, so it says now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Gotta act. We gotta act. We don't have time, right? We don't have time. Remember, I've talked about that before. Remember, we did stuff with time too, right? Like, I think I'll post that video below too. So there's 3: Dutch Sense, Prometheus, and the video I did on time. The elimination of time. All right, and then it says surrender defensiveness. So when our body is telling us, this goes to that message, when our body is telling us something and we don't listen, that's that separation from our inner world and our external. It can create physical issues, right? Trust me, I know this. And then we got to surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Okay? Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. I don't like that. Can we change that? I feel like that's not the right word. Let's say defensiveness is a sign of pain. Defensiveness is a wound we need to recognize. It's not a weakness. It's a strength that's hidden within that wound. Okay? And so that word is wrong, and I don't like it. And it's to the point where I'm actually wanting to, like, no joke, scratch it out. Defensiveness is a sign of strength within, hidden beneath the pain. Okay? It's a sign of strength within, hidden beneath the pain. Yeah, I straight drew on my cards. With Permy pen, too. The permanent marker on that bitch. Alright, excuse me. Said a bad word to eliminate a bad word. Alright. My bad. Forgive that. Alright. Okay, so surrender defensiveness, right? It's a sign of a pain that we need to recognize that is going to expose a strength. And I feel like that's where the word weakness got placed there. It's like that way we avoid it altogether. But there's a reason you're defensive, okay? And sometimes if we just look at that defensiveness head on and we do it with that other person that we're becoming defensive with, it tends to go away. To communicate in a more empowered way. See, that's just what I just said, isn't it? Stay centered and hear someone out. Offer a clear, non-defensive response. This is tied to emotions, you guys. Defensiveness is an emotion of I'm afraid. Like you have touched something that has been burnt. Mother effer, right? Like ouch, right? Trust me, I've been there. tend to do a lot of things you don't mean. And the colors are standing out here for me as well. This is dealing with sacral, with, I feel like, actually more. I'm like, why isn't it solar plexus? Because there's a lot of yellow, but they're saying, no, it's sacral. But check this out. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Right? Surrender to effortless. Go with it. Right? If you feel like you've got to do something, do it and watch what happens. Surrender the drama. Can I get an amen? I know somebody said that with me. Thank you. Okay, no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Stay centered. Okay? Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. This goes with everything else. Right? When we're procrastinating, we're dealing with an issue of laziness. I don't want it. Something's going on there. Why are you avoiding it? Is it self-punishment? There's always a deeper emotional connection. Right? Defensiveness comes from a wound of emotion. Effortlessness is allowing yourself to flow freely, even in the unknown, even in the most intense of moments, and being in serenity. Right? Surrender that drama. Let it go, let it go. No matter how emotionally charged the situation is. This can be hard, I know. I used to be stuck in that feeling of just, and I've seen it again. I was reminded of that today. And it's not, those things are just not okay. Remain calm. Is that easy to do? What's the best way you can do that, you guys? How do you remain calm? This deals with some sacral healing as well. Okay, but how do you remain calm, you guys? In a crazy situation. It can be very difficult. We can get into those emotions, especially when we care deeply about somebody, right? We can allow those emotions to take over from time to time. We can allow it to change the outcome of who we are. We can allow it to change how we treat people, and it's just based off emotions. It's based off wounds. It's based off the crap it's time to let go of. Okay, that's why there's so many. There's a lot, right? Time to do some surrendering. Time to let it go. All right. Oh, and guess what? I get to do a deck I haven't done in a while. So that's what's up here. That's what we're about to do. Yeah, it's what's up. It's going down. Okay. Which is going to lead into another part of the message that's coming up that was already coming through before I came on. This recording was the moon. So they want me to tell you that something's happening with the moon, and it's not like it's just shifting like the earth. Okay. What they're kind of showing me, and this is hard to describe, is it's just kind of completely going into like its own little bubble. I don't know. There's movement with the moon, and it's going into like its own little world, right? Like it's detached, like almost like it won't be able to see us anymore, even if we can see it. Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't expect that message to come through. But that's what they're saying. And this can only be registered by some of you, is what they're saying. Some of you are going to fathom this. Just like some of you may have fathomed the moon video that I did, and some didn't, right? Because it's out of this world. Totally is. Trust me. Being the one doing it, it's still hard to fathom. But it's going to be to where they cannot see us anymore. To them, it's almost as if we just exploded. But we're not. That's not the message. For us, it's something's going to happen with the moon. It still may be visible. It's just not going to be, what it once was. Which is weird, right? Like, how can we see it and it not see us? Eventually, they said that might go away. Once our consciousness allows it to do so. Okay. So, 3, 1... Moon cards. 2, 3. That's why I read this, like, this one's helping us to release as well. Okay, it's about shadow pieces for show. It's time to take action. Oh shit, look at that. The other side of surrender, procrastination. It's time to go. We got to do this. New moon in Aries, let me tell you. Ooh, your hard work is paying off. Can I get another amen? Wait, where did I say that one? Right there. I can't make these up, you guys. Communication is key, right? What did I say with that one? It's like that's where to communicate in a more empowered way. Surrender defensiveness. Communication is key. This is beautiful. Surrender procrastination. It's time to take action. This is just more proof for you, right? Surrender the drama. Your hard work is paying off. Surrender to effortlessness. This kind of does go with both of those, right? Don't let your thoughts convince you otherwise. Don't let your thoughts take over and tell you it's something that you just aren't sure, right? Be careful of that. I feel like that's that ram energy. Yeah, be careful of that. Like, how perfect was that, you guys? That went right with them. Beautiful. Some more validations for all of the messages I have given. Okay, and that's what they're saying. This was a pretty cool message. I don't know, this one just felt different. But it is important to kind of watch all the videos too and put it all together. Then I'll post underneath. Right? The Dutch Sense one, he was live for quite some time. It was towards like more the end of his video, mid to end, that he was saying the things that I really watched and caught on to regarding why the earthquakes were happening. And that's what stuck out there. So I'm just trying to watch my words. I'm like, am I saying anything wrong, by golly? I don't get paid yet, but don't you think they don't watch me? Jiminy Snickets. Alright, let's see. Mugwort Dreams. Rhythm, whoops, that's not right. Rhythm, higher self, reality and rest. And number 13, that can't be any more perfect. Rhythm, higher self, reality, and rest. So this has been coming through for me big time. And it's all about our higher self. We are trying to connect with our higher selves. Our higher selves are trying to connect with all of us. All of you. Pay attention to every little message you get. The nudges in your tummy, right? The nudges in your tummy, that's your solar plexus. When you get nudges, when you feel like you got to do something and you don't do it, and then you feel like you're going to throw up because you're not doing it, right? And it gets all, it's like, that feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're not listening to the messages. We're all being given messages like crazy. We're all being asked to connect with our higher self. And this is taking me back to another thing that I did. And I don't know if it was in Stepping Stones to Awakening or what it was, but I connected people to their higher selves for a while there. It's important. You're getting messages. You're being asked to connect with that. It's simple. Just set the intention. But you also have to pay attention to what comes through, believe it, and take action, right? Take action. We're going right under this, okay? Stay in rhythm. That's all about the balance. Reality, okay? And rest. Number 13, your higher self is trying to show you reality. Like, this is what's been reality, okay? But make sure you're resting, because our bodies are going through some crazy shiznitzel right now, and we're feeling them on a major level. I've had migraines like crazy. I want to throw up. I had a horrible, horrible migraine, so I took an ibuprofen like a dumbass, because I'm allergic to something in the ibuprofen all of a sudden. Never was before until one day. And then I had mild anaphylactic shock, so I was sick for a minute. But it's real. Like, our bodies can be going through some shit, so just pay attention to that, okay? All right, and then this one is Jin or Dijin, whatever, I can't say it right. I feel like this is Yin and Yang. Wildness, enigma, service, and choices. Wildness, enigma, service, and choices. Make sure you are making the choices of being in service, right? Life is an enigma or a puzzle. It takes moment to moment to figure out the meaning within. It's a wild ride, and you must balance and listen within. What a beautiful message I just got out of that card. Did y'all just get that? Holy crap, thank goodness it's on recording. Alright, I like this deck, right? Like, what a simple little words, and what I just got. You know how I read that too was backwards. I received the message by reading that backwards. Oh my gosh. And then I really like this one too. 333. Psychic flames. I feel like twin flames there, but also like that forehead tingling, just like I told you. It's like, you know who you are, right? This is that. 333. Sacred milk, druid magic. Bridget. Y'all be hearing thoughts and stuff, right? Like there's something to it. So pay attention to what's going on with your body. Pay attention to what's happening within you. The forehead tingling is a big one coming through with this one right now. It is really the divine light coming through. All right, whether you believe it or not is what's up. Don't not believe it, at least stand in nowhere, right? Like I talk about, so it can continue. But psychic flames, right? Like this is that connection of knowing. This is that inner being able to talk to you without words. You're healing, you're hearing each other's words. This is validating somebody for that. I feel like they may have asked that. Like, are they really hearing me? Yes. Yes, you're communicating amongst each other, even there, if there's distance, because you can, because there's that connection. That's what telepathic stuff is. I do it all the time, if you guys aren't noticing in my readings, right? It's very real. But 333 is also about the gods, and that brings me back to Prometheus too, right? Because that was coming through. So very valid there. The gods, like God shifting. There's major movement at play, major shifting going on here. But all very beautiful. Right? All very beautiful, all very purposeful. Don't get afraid. That's the biggest part of it. Like, don't be afraid, right? If you think the world is ending, guess what? Your world just might end. Okay. So this was also the final little tidbit. Is remember when I told you what was happening? It's right. Some will go, some will stay, some will never know life this way. When they say some will never know life this way, it's like you will have your memory erased and you'll start all over. That 75,000 year cycle, whatever it is. Starting over again. That's pretty much what that's like. And it's like you have a choice to ascend or start over, you know. The choice is yours. Don't be late. Hurry up. You better make it straight. It's pretty cool. You know, I don't plan these messages at all. This just flowed. And I really honestly think it was quite one of the best messages I've ever had. That's how I feel about it. I don't know how it's being received. It was quite poetic. Quite beautifully read. I just feel like in awe of my own little reading here. Forgive me for basking in that for a moment. Alright, and then we got a couple little fairy tales coming out here. Three little fairy tales. Alright. A little fairy magic coming your way. A little twitter in your ear. Oh, and of course, it's the hummingbird dreams. I love a hummingbird. I have a tattoo of one on my hip. Hummingbird dreams, right? It's like the nectar of sound, the nectar of your fire within you. It's like just allow it to be your nectar, your source. Surrender to that nectar and that source and the beauty and the stillness as well as the rapid fire. I don't know how else to read this. That's what's coming through. It's like so much tenderness and succulence and power, and just allow it to be in this little tiny package. You know what I mean? Like, hold it in your hand. Allow yourself to imagine holding everything you want right in your hand, right now. It's there for the taking. Okay? Those gentle little whispers are being heard. Fill it up and take hold. Oh, this one's beautiful. Oh my gosh, didn't I tell you fairy magic coming your way? Fairies. This is a beautiful card. I'm not sure I've pulled this card before. Fairies. I really like this card. This is all about heart ascension, heart healing. That's a big thing coming up for people. Things that bother us deep within are surfacing, and it's time for us to love them. Gentle love. Gentle touch, gentle whispers, gentle elegance, but deep knowledge. It's like you're surrendering to that deep knowledge within. Your higher self whispers, right? That already knowing of I've been here before. This seems so familiar. I've been here before. Right? right? But also seeing a world like we've never seen it before is coming through too. So you're going to start seeing things you've never seen before. That's what's coming through. That's what's up. It's different for everybody for what you see, but you're going to start seeing things you've never seen before. Eyes wide open, looking forward. Let's explore. How cool. I like that. Okay. Ooh, I hear upgrade. Upgrade to a home. Oh gosh. That'd be so awesome. Home sweet home. Right? Take heed in your inner sanctum. Allow yourself to feel safe, knowing you are guarded, you are protected, and allow yourself to, it's like an upgrade to our home is what I'm hearing here. It's an upgrade to our space within. So now remember when I say home, it's about our heart. Home is where the heart is. Remember that saying. Home is where the heart is. Home is with the person that sees your heart. Home is where the heart is. Right? Home is where the heart is. I can repeat that, but it's like so layered is what it really truly is. It's layered. Home is where the heart is, okay? But there's an upgrade. Alright? There's an upgrade there. There's an upgrade of healing. There's an upgrade of the home. Expansion and movement, right? And movement and actions. Actual physical movement is welcoming. But internal movement as well. Okay? So yeah, that's coming through. That's really sweet. I like that. It's like a very comforting home sweet home feeling. Yeah, just very, very cuddly, you know, like I'm gonna cuddle by my little fire in the water. Because she's in the water. Anyways, yeah, that was a really awesome message coming through today. There was a lot to it, and it includes more, so keep your eyes peeled because I'm going to put the videos below. So watch them, you know, as a refresher. Also, Spirit's saying watch them again because you might get messages you didn't get the first time, right? Everything is relevant as it's relevant. It can only be relevant when it's needed to be relevant, but they give a lot at once, so keep that in mind, okay? So much love to all of you. This was quite the layered, beautiful, absolutely eccentrically fantastic message. And I hope that resonates into the rest of your day, night, morning, and beyond. So much love. Please be safe. Just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware what the earth is doing. She'll tell you if you listen. I tell you that all the time. Just be prepared. You have everything you need that I've given ya. So much love. Till next time.